With the help of a huge array of mounting options and accessories, we can pretty much mount the GoPro anywhere and everywhere to capture some truly unique footage. In fact, many have given up on large bulky camcorders and now use a GoPro as their main video capture device. Although even with the lack of any image stabilization, the GoPro alone is not the most comfortable item to hold while filming. That's where hand grips come into play, and here I have a very versatile solution to turn your GoPro into a great handheld camcorder. Welcome to Ifty's Tech Corner, where today we are looking at the KamPro Handle Kit. The GoPro is a nice compact video camera. With the small size comes a trade-off. We have no image viewfinder. Even though the GoPro has a fantastic wide-angle lens, meaning you're likely to capture your subject even if the camera is roughly facing the right direction, a way of viewing what your camera sees is always handy. GoPro have given us two solutions. The first, an LCD backpack, a neat solution although rather expensive. The second, the GoPro app, which contains a live view feature, albeit with a little lag. The KamPro Hand Grip takes advantage of these solutions by giving the user the option to use their LCD backpack or in particular a smartphone itself by providing an option to mount your smartphone alongside your GoPro, all contained on the one hand grip. Let's take a closer look. Removing the box from its outer package, we receive a very nice quality foam packed tray. Within this we receive a nice hand grip, complete with standard GoPro tripod mount and a cold shoe mount already pre-attached. Also in the box we have a couple of additional thumb screws and nuts. We receive 3 in total, one being pre-attached to the hand grip. We have a set of 3 pivot arms with standard GoPro mounting points at each end. Notice how we have a metal tripod thread embedded through some of the supplied mounts. They play an important role in the entire system. Finally, we have a bracket used to firmly hold your smartphone in place. The actual hand grip itself on first sight looks like any other hand grip. Matte black in colour, it's a simple plain design with only a small KamPro branding on either side of the grip. So what makes this hand grip any different from the many others currently available? I have to say this is probably the most comfortable hand grip I have used to date. The actual finish on the hand grip is a soft rubber which feels very nice to the touch. Coupled with the very well placed finger indentations on one side of the hand grip, a slightly larger width coupled with a thinner depth, again makes the hand grip very comfortable in the hand. At the bottom we have a section to feed through a small wrist strap, although a strap is not included in the box so you'll have to provide your own. We also have a standard 1/4 inch metal tripod thread for quickly mounting the hand grip onto a tripod. Finally, looking at the top of the unit we have a rubber surface, very useful for gripping to whatever you mount onto the standard 1/4 inch tripod bolt. A simple red dial rotates the 1/4 inch bolt for users to easily attach any accessories or cameras directly to the hand grip. Moving on, we have a standard tripod mount with a metal tripod thread on the bottom and standard GoPro mount on the top. Notice the indentation just behind the tripod thread. This lines up perfectly with the small nub at the top of the hand grip to help keep everything centered while you rotate the dial to screw the mount firmly into place. The bolts themselves are of a good quality, plastic in construction with a rubber KamPro logo inserted into the top. As mentioned, all bolts are of the longer type, so you'll be able to use them directly with your camera housing at any point, as well as with the various mounts included in the box. Talking of mounts, we have 3 included in the package. 2 of the included pivot arms are exactly the same in size and shape. Constructed from a very rigid plastic, we have a standard 1/4 inch metal thread going through each arm, which is used to attach the smartphone holder. Finally, the third included arm is again a straight mount, but has 3 prongs at each end. This double-ended 3-prong arm is specifically for use with the included cold shoe mount. The cold shoe mount itself is metal in construction with a GoPro mount at one end and a rotating dial at the other. Finally, we have the smartphone holder, a combination of plastic and metal in construction with a standard 1/4 inch bolt and nut with rubber washer rings at one end and a rubber pull tab at the other used to pull the spring-loaded holder apart in order to insert a smartphone. Again, a nice, simple solution that's purposefully compatible with many phones of various makes and sizes. The beauty of this entire system is the versatility it provides the user. By purchasing this package, you end up with not just a typical hand grip, but with a unit that really gives you some added flexibility on how to use your GoPro. We'll start with a typical hand grip setup using the included tripod mount. Simply place the tripod mount at the top of the hand grip and rotate the red dial to lock it down into place. Note how each thumb screw comes with a washer and a loose nut. The nuts are not glued into any of the mounts whatsoever, so some care is needed when unscrewing bolts to ensure the small nuts don't fall out. Nevertheless, just like standard GoPro mounts, they are easy to pop into place in order to tighten the camera into position. We now have a standard hand grip. This makes the GoPro more ergonomic and stable to use when shooting video. By attaching a pivot arm to the end of the tripod mount, we instantly have more flexibility when it comes to positioning the camera. At any point you are able to use an LCD backpack with a Hero 3 housing, but if you do not have the LCD backpack or are after a larger screen, simply screw the smartphone holder into one of the 1/4-inch threads in the actual pivot arms. The rubber rings hold the mount snugly in place without the need to over-tighten whatsoever. Finally, pinch the rubber tab at the top of the smartphone holder and place your smartphone into the mount, which will hold your handset firmly in place. Using the GoPro app, you can now connect to your camera in order to see a live view and to easily start and stop recordings. By placing the smartphone holder in the first pivot arm thread in this way, the smartphone will be slightly closer to the user and the user is able to mount the camera in an upright position. Alternatively, users are able to reposition the smartphone mount into the second pivot arm so that the smartphone is held slightly higher up. In this setup, the GoPro camera can be hung upside down from the end mount in order to maintain full range of motion. If choosing this option, remember to set your GoPro to the correct orientation in the settings or rotate your image in your video editing application of choice. Either way, users have some flexibility with their setup. You may have noticed we've yet to use the final pivot arm. This arm is not used with the hand grip as such and provides users the ability for a completely different setup using the cold shoe mount. This can be attached to the hot shoe adapters on most DSLR and camcorders on the market today. We can now use the 3-finger extension arm on the end of the cold shoe adapter, onto which we can add an additional standard arm if required, before mounting our GoPro on the end. With a dual camera setup like this, users are able to capture 2 different frame rates at the same time, or capture video from the GoPro while taking images with your DSLR, or even shoot a behind the scenes type video alongside your prime video at the same time, all while still using the mounted thread to hold your smartphone. It really does open a great deal of options. The KamPro Hand Grip provides an array of features all wrapped up in a well-packaged storage solution. The well-designed and ergonomically comfortable hand grip is a joy to use. It looks sturdy, feels fantastic, and my hand felt fresh even after several hours of use. Adding the smartphone holder into the mix provides a fantastic feature, like having your own mini monitor for your GoPro setup. If there ever was a great alternative to a full camcorder solution, this is it. Let's not forget the included mounts and pivot arms, which can be used in other scenarios as well as with the hand grip itself. The KamPro Hand Grip package is available from many online retailers such as photography and cinema.com, and is a highly recommended piece of equipment which will add a great level of versatility to your GoPro camera. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Alternatively, feel free to check out the other GoPro videos in my channel by clicking above or in the description box below. Remember to subscribe as there are plenty more GoPro videos and tutorials coming shortly. See you next time in Ifty's Tech Corner.